before they were up. The first time I've seen them. Hi, how you doing? I also want to say thank you to another very special person, but frankly one who's hurt my feelings a little bit. How many of you have seen the flip-flop commercial?
Yeah.
So everywhere we go, everybody says, I love that commercial with your wife in it. Honey, it hurt my ego a little bit, but we're going to let you do all the rest of them. So why are we all here? Why'd you all come out? It's a beautiful Kansas day. Trey and I managed to make our way in here early this morning. Trey has been so gracious to come out and be part of this, but we're here for the same reason you all are. And I want to set the stage for Trey to come up. So harken back to 2010. Obamacare had just passed. The nation was heading down in a terrible direction. And there were a whole bunch of men and women all across the country who decided they weren't going to take it anymore. And they were going to go fight for the things that mattered to them and mattered to you all. And America thought the country was headed the wrong direction as well. And it sent 87 of us, Trey and I, and 85 others, to go try and break some furniture and change the direction that Washington, D.C. was taking our country. We've made a little progress, but not nearly enough. There's much more work to do. You all see it every day. How many have voted so far? How many folks have already voted? All right, keep your hands up. How many of you who voted have friends who haven't voted yet? Go call them. Go get them out. Get them out here on August 5th. Make sure this election goes the way we all think it needs to go because it matters for the United States of America. If we do this well, and well again in November, then Trey Gowdy now will have a real opportunity. We'll have a different majority leader in the United States Senate. There is very little. I didn't even have to look. I know Trey's smiling too. We all know that it's important that we do this well. It's important because of the young men you saw on stage. So many of you have children and grandkids. We've got to make sure that our federal government isn't involved in things it has no business being involved in. And just as importantly, every week when I come back in the fall, so we'll start up again in a couple, 3 weeks, I get out to one of our high schools in the 4th District of Kansas. I've been to about 2/3 of them so far. When I go, I talk to seniors, high school seniors. So in the small schools in Flint Hills or out in Coldwater Protection, I'll talk to the whole senior class. When I'm in a bigger city, I'll talk to 2 or 3 government classes. And I always remind them, first I do what the teacher wants, and I talk about how important it is to vote, and I reinforce the lessons from their government class. But then I get my 5 minutes. And in my 5 minutes, I talk to them about the fact that I came to Congress when our government, frankly, in some cases, Republicans and Democrats alike, were spending $1 trillion a year more than they were taking in. That is unsustainable, and it is deeply immoral, and it will put our kids and grandkids living in a nation that is very different from the one that has bestowed all the blessings upon us. And we can't let that happen. And with your support, I will keep working every day to try and make sure that that does not happen. I want to share with you something that, folks, I get asked with some frequency, Mike, how do you keep going? You see the nation heading that way. It's a tough fight back in Washington, D.C. And I tell them I'm incredibly fortunate. I am able to serve with a group of really great folks that came in alongside me. And we have one of them here today. He's a fellow who's become an incredibly good friend of mine. He's not as good of friends with some folks that work for the Internal Revenue Service, but that's a different story. That's a different story. That's a different story entirely. I am going to have the incredible blessing to actually work with him as we move forward. He was chosen to be the chairman of the committee that's looking into the events that surrounded the death of 4 Americans on September 11th, 2012 in Benghazi. And I was fortunate enough to be picked by he and the speaker to join him in that effort, to get all the facts for all of you. And you all have seen him a little bit, but you're going to hear from him today. If there's anybody you want figuring out the facts, this is the man you want doing it. I'm honored to serve alongside of him and be part of that. Trey doesn't travel much. He'll talk about that. But he was committed. It was midnight last night. We just walked off the House floor, and I said, "I'm going to owe you big time." And he said, "I'm thrilled to come out. I'm happy to be here to go meet folks in Kansas And Trey, I am honored and thrilled to have you with us here today.
Thank you all. Thank you very much. You're going to make me want to move here. Thank you.
Not into the 4th District, Trey.
No. I couldn't win. I want to give you some good news up front. Congress is in recess for the next 5 weeks. Nothing bad can happen for the next 5 weeks. Mike is right about something. Mike was right about a lot of things. Mike is right about something. I never travel. My probation officer is a jerk.